What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey, here to review my favorite jet speed to date, the CCM JetSpeed FT8 Pro. Now we're seeing some real big improvements and big changes from the FT7 Pro, still built for that elite level versatile player looking for the best of both worlds when it comes to a quick shot release and hard shot power, all while feeling incredibly comfortable and confident while stick handling with the puck. As I mentioned, it has the hybrid flex profile, so great for the players that like to do it all. But let's start off at the top here. R geometry, been a staple in jet speed for a long time. That's the rounded corners, concave sidewalls, the comfortable feel in the hands, but also very usable when you're stick handling as well. We have a tacky grip coating all the way throughout, and then the FT Micro Feel raised texture that we find on the underbelly. Definitely my preferred spec, as it gives you a little bit more of a tactile feedback as you're dropping your hand when you're taking a big shot or raising it when you're stick handling in traffic. I do have the name bar, so you can throw your name and number on your stick and personalize it like the pros at checkout when you shop with Inline Warehouse. But let's get into the nitty gritty here with the materials and the construction. This is a real big change from the previous generation. So first off, we have Aluply Composite, and this is where they're actually taking aluminum fibers and integrating it into the carbon fiber in different layers to give you 8% better slash protection and 20% better improvement on crack propagation. Now that's a little bit to digest there, but we can understand the 8% on the slash protection, but the crack propagation is very important too. That's something that you visually see on the stick when someone hacks you pretty good. You can see that crack. Well, that crack is just what you see on the outside. You don't see what's on the inside and how that starts to spread. And typically when that happens, it's usually when you're on a breakaway, you're gonna go and fire that shot and the shaft just snaps. That's because that crack is just spread, and this is gonna do a 20% better job of keeping those cracks localized. So very, very important there, and it's a nod to the Vision Stick, as this is something that we saw debut in the first generation of it. Also have a new carbon fiber. This is still from Sigma-Tex, but it's called the ST2X, as this is the next generation of Sigma-Tex coming from the STP line. This is gonna be even better at providing a better strength to weight ratio. That's how you get a lighter stick with the same level of durability. And it is just gonna be a lot more consistent, especially with that Aluply Composite. So you're gonna get an even more efficient shot and a lot better durability with the combination of the Aluply and the ST2X carbon fiber. We have the Skeleton Plus technology that we've seen in jet speed for quite some time. And that's the connection point from the shaft into the blade that's super efficient and consistent. So it's gonna give you better power and better feel for the puck as you're stick handling, but it's also gonna help eliminate any of those premature breakdowns that we typically have seen in sticks of the past, because there's no significant defects. It's just super, super consistent, and that's what you expect out of a top end stick like this. Into the blade, more big changes with their Evo Blade construction. Now we're gonna see a very, very soft till, very similar to what we've seen in the FT7 as well as the FT Ghost. It's been a very pro preferred spec because it just catches pucks like glue. You know exactly where it's sitting at, and it seems just to want to stick to your blade because it's very dampened and soft. Great stuff there, but it's not the most ideal for shooting. So what they do, they went ahead and stiffened the toe, a lot more similar to what we find in the FT6 Pro. So it's gonna give you that extra stiffness near the toe. So especially for those toe shooters where you're dragging it in for a snapshot or a slap shot, this is gonna do a great job of rebounding for a little extra oomph on those shots. And then when you are taking maybe a big slap shot or a 1T from the point, that extra stiffness is just gonna improve your accuracy because it prevents the blade from folding backwards or rolling over or torquing, however you wanna call it. We've all shot that puck high and wide. This does a really, really great job of avoiding that. And then again, you can see more of that new Sigma-Tex ST2X weave into the blade too. So in terms of the looks and feel, I said it in the intro, this is my favorite jet speed to date because I feel like it's the best blend of all the different versions of JetSpeed, including the FT6 Pro and the FT Ghost. They really just dialed this in, and it's a big change. It's not just a cosmetic update this year. That new Evo Blade catching hard passes was just so easy, but then you still got that awesome pop. So that, along with the new Aluply Composite, sticks are always getting more expensive, as is the sport of hockey. So for CCM to really put a solid focus on the durability and your investment in this stick, it is just a great rounded effort by the entire team, from performance, durability, and of course the looks too. So if you're looking for more information, go ahead and hit the link in the description. Give us a thumbs up on the video. While you're there, make sure you're subscribed to the #1 hockey gear review channel on YouTube. See you next time.